Hello! Hi guys! Welcome back to One Man's Junk. Alright guys, so it was a great weekend of hunting. I actually attended the very first Mullica Hill toy show, actually organized by Toothless Leech on Instagram, good friend of mine, Will. And I have to say, it was a really good toy show. It was so good that I figured I had to make a video of my weekend pickups. So stay tuned for some awesome pickups. This is stuff that, if you found one or two pieces, not too impressive, but in this quantity, it's definitely very useful for me. And it's a lot of stuff that I picked out of like dollar bins or $2 bins or 2 for $5. So definitely, the value is there. Nothing, like I said, too crazy, but lots of very interesting, useful stuff like a pizza shooting mic, Kung Fu tournament mic, Happy Birthday Leo. I got like some movie 3 guys here, Kendo, Casey Jones, stuff like that. So this is great. Like I said, very useful for me. And that's just the Ninja Turtles, but everybody knows Ninja Turtles. So let me show you stuff that's a little bit more obscure, stuff that I like to dabble in. So you've got like some Swamp Thing fellas here. You got 1, you got 2, that's the human Swamp Thing guys. You got like some Hasbro Disney dinosaurs. These are great, of course. Great value. I got a lot of these. I do really well with my Kenner, my Alien Kenner, Predator Kenner. Keeping it going more or less along the same lines. You got some Dick Tracy, Prune Face. This one's actually really good. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. These are really growing. These are getting really popular. How about this? Some nonsense that nobody cares about. Tyco. Where that here? Some Tyco Double Dragon. Again, good fodder for me. I do this for a living. For others, maybe not so much. Alright, and then we got some kind of random stuff. Again, nothing too crazy, but certainly very useful, very good. Definitely stuff for the auction. So we got a, how about that? Skeleton Warrior Bubble Bath. We'll certainly be putting that in the auction. We got a, look at that. It's a vintage Tiger Inspector Gadget action figure. We got an Inspector Gadget PVC figure. I believe that one's, I want to say it's Burger King, but I could be wrong. Either way, still great pieces for the auction. How about, these again, I believe these were premiums, Happy Meal toys. These are Elf PVC figures. Again, more great stuff for the auction. But who cares about that stuff? You want to see some good stuff? Alright. How about a nice big bag right here? Check this out. A nice big bag of Mask Kenner. This was a great pickup from Sidot. Thank you, Sidot. What's so good about it? There's like 12 Kenner masks in here. So definitely a great pickup. That's going to help me complete a few sets. Especially this one. I've been needing that canopy for the longest time. So thank you very much, Sidot. Okay, now let's close out this bin here. Let's see, what's the last thing you would like to see? Oh, how about this? This is a nice big bag of PVCs. So again, what all that? Blah, blah, blah. You've seen the best parts. Okay, let's check out these PVCs here. So, we got a Companion Ghost Kenner. There you go, really cool. Oh, these are nice. These are very much in demand. I keep getting asked for these during the auctions. I'm happy to oblige. Check it out. It's Galoob Trash Bag Bunch. These are great, very desirable, and they're actually, there you go. They don't necessarily glow in the dark, but they certainly reflect that blue light. And lastly, check these out. These really should be finds of the day. Yes, it's another Jip and Mog for the army. Again, thank you so much, Sidot. Welcome back to action figure identification. So as you can see, quite the haul here. And you're going to notice there's a few bags. That's because the vendors were smart enough or kind enough to separate these prior to me buying them. So this is quite an interesting little baggie here. This is for select Ninja Warriors and Assassins. It's a KO line, not too famous, popular, not too well known. If you're wondering what a Ninja Warrior or Assassin is, it's one of these guys. It usually comes with a ninja hood, which, of course, covers the face, and you've got the surprise here, and, of course, got that working action. Here's another nice bundle. So this, of course, is Kenner Swamp Thing. Pretty interesting. This arrow here has been reused several times. It was originally cast in brown and was part of the Robin Hood Sherwood Forest playset from Kenner. Then, when Kenner was bought over by Hasbro, these accessories were again reused. Not just this arrow that was reused in the same line, but this staff here and this branch staff, all reused for Hasbro Battle Trolls. Look at that, what a fabulous little pickup. Worth it alone just for the green key. Obviously it's Voltron, it's Panoche Palace, from the green line as well as the green pilot. Okay, let's dig out some of the more obscure things. How about this guy here? So obviously a Ninja Turtle, obviously it's Michelangelo. It's definitely vintage. This of course would have been for a shampoo bottle, that would be the lid. These are great, these two little missiles here. Of course, missiles pretty difficult to identify just because there's just so many produced. But I can tell from the design and the color scheme, these are actually for biker mice from Mars, and it's for one of the bikes. These are some great pieces here. Of course, these are all Ninja Turtles. This is actually for the Toon Turtle, that's the Michelangelo, and you've even got his communicator and the pizza. I dug these all out of an accessory bin, so very satisfied with that. I should say satisfied with that, sorry. This rifle, that of course is Mutant Military, and I'm pretty sure that's for Rocksteady. This is a really cool one. That's actually the Sewer Spy Glasses. So a really interesting piece. Again, Ninja Turtles always. These are two really, really great finds. I found this piece first, and I was hoping and I kept digging, and I did find this piece here. That of course is from the Krang Android body, but for the smaller version. That would be the regular 4-inch tall figure. There you go. Kenner Robocop. I love these just because they're so faithful to the movie. You can just tell that that's Robocop's gun. Extreme Dinosaurs. That is for the Pterodactyl. Then we got a lot of 90s stuff. You know, stuff that I do really well with. So for example, I got these two missiles here. I'll be honest with you, I did not realize these were different. I always thought they were the same. These are for Mighty Max for the Talon Terror. You got these accessories here. Now, they do all look similar, but funnily enough, they're the same manufacturer, but 3 different lines. Earthworm Jim, Skeleton Warriors, Ninja Turtles. That's Tattoo. That is for Earthworm Jim, and that's just one of the skeletons. Last but not least, I'm going to show you what I consider to be the best pickups from this whole pickup. Really small, really interesting. Wait until you see what it is. Okay, so without pulling everything out here and identifying everything, this here for me were the best pickups. Maybe you recognize them, maybe you don't. Obviously, this here is very distinguishable here. That, of course, is the Statue of Liberty. That's actually the Twin Towers. Any guesses? Well, you would be correct in guessing it is for a some kind of mini playset. But which mini playset? Well, this is from one of the Trendmaster Godzilla playsets. So definitely great little pickups. And there you go. It's time for Finds of the Day. Now, we were talking about Ninja Turtles. Have a look at this. So we'll put him up here just because we don't want him to get damaged. How often do you see one of these? It is a large, I think it's 11-inch or 10-inch Android body Krang with the correct Krang. That is the unpainted veins. It's got the fork. It's even got the window here. So definitely a great piece. The funny thing is the guy who was selling it, when I asked him how much he was asking, he said, "You're the 10th person who's asked me." And I told him, that may be so, but I'll be the last person who's asking because I'm going to buy it. And here it is. It's going to be in this week's sale. And Ninja Turtles, how about these guys? Woofed! Look at that. These were actually from the market before I went to the show. They do have a bit of paint wear on them, but that will actually come out with, if you get a, not paint stripper, I'll show you, there's one that's, it's right here. Goof Off. Use Goof Off on these guys here. As long as you don't leave it on for too long, it will remove this excess paint and it won't damage the paint on the Giant Ninja Turtles. I'll do it before and after for you. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it. Okay, so that was the giant stuff. Let's look at some of the more interesting, intricate stuff. Some stuff you really don't see too often. So here's a really cool one. Check it out. Somebody had a Marvin the Martian. They had a nice big lot of Marvin the Martian, including the spaceship. You may just think it is just a spaceship, but it's not. It's actually an action figure accessory. This is a Space Jam Marvin the Martian spaceship. So that's really cool. We picked up these. So again, these aren't incredibly rare, but very desirable. And I have been chasing a non-damaged, non-beat up Ertl, Super Mario, Dustin Hoffman for quite a while. So for me, that's definitely a great pickup, but we'll keep it moving. How about a Resident Evil NECA Hunter, only missing one finger? Yeah, he's not too great, but for $2, I'd say he's pretty great. So that was definitely a great pickup. Let me show you my favorite 3 pickups. Now the funny thing is these 3 pickups all came from the same vendor, who funnily enough is somebody who has the misfortune of hanging about and spending time with me. It's a good friend of mine. It's Mike the Muss. And here's what we got. So number 1 we got was my favorite fella. Who else but Frogakuda? Of course, I already have a Frogakuda, so this will be going to some lucky bidder on Friday night. Somebody else will have a Frogakuda joining their collection. We got this guy here. This is a Dragon Rider of the Sticks. But the reason why he's so great is, first of all, he's not broken. It's very common for these to break here. Oops, the way they're made, the leg joints, very fragile. They always break. But he's got these wings as well. So that's a great pickup. I know somebody's going to be very happy to see that up on the auction board. And finally, last but not least, my favorite pickup has to be this. It was actually a childhood toy of my friend, so I don't know why he sold it, but whatever, he can do what he likes. It's a Rock and Buggin' thing. Look at that. It's one of the rocks from the Rocks and Bugs and Things line, but what really makes this one special is when you open him up, he still works, but that's not the special thing. I'll give it up here. There it is. He's still got his little companion. He's still got his Mordor. So definitely, that is definitely one of the best pickups from the weekend. We'll put him in there, close him up, and that's us. So guys, thank you for following, for subscribing, for sharing, if indeed you do. And like I always say, if you do miss this ugly face, make sure to click on the link below, and we have the weekly auction every Friday live on Facebook in the BOD. That's Toys for Suckers. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you on Friday. If not, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.